The preseason Barcelona testing has taken a complete overturn in terms of pace and reliability. During day 1 and 2, Red Bull has a lead over other teams. But at the end of day 2, Hadjar had an incident where he binned the car into barriers, which caused significant damage to the Red Bull. And since it was a new car, Red Bull didn't have the spares for the damaged components. Although the parts will arrive on Friday, and Max will continue to test. Day 3 has revealed some amazing facts where the losers became leaders and vice versa. On day 1, Audi had a halt, but the occur was unknown. Today, on day 3, Audi switched the drivers for their further runs. But then Hülkenberg tackled engine issues, not just once, but 3 times. Even on day 1, their engine broke down completely after few kilometers, due to which they were only able to do 27 laps, while the other rivals did more than 80 laps. Better angles were uploaded for Hadjar's crash, where we could see that all the suspensions, rear wing, and even some damage might be done to the gearbox. McLaren made its debut in the private testing with Lando Norris and number 1 car. A total 33 laps were logged in for McLaren before calling it a day. Alpine's gamble finally pays off, as they've looked good since day 1. On day 3, Franco completed 56 laps without any issues. And another teams to keep eye on is the Racing Bulls, as the young rookie starts his first F1 season completing 61 laps. Behrman had issues which caused him stop, but Haas managed to get him back on track. The biggest surprise was brought out by Mercedes, as they might have started showing the true potential of the power unit. Antonelli set the fastest lap time of 3 days, with 1:17.3. Mercedes did not just set the fastest lap, but even completed 183 laps, which is more than any teams on day 3. Time for drivers' timing rankings. Antonelli tops the chart, followed by Russell, Norris, Colapinto, Gasly, Behrman, Lindblad, and Hülkenberg. Another interesting story about Aston Martin's AMR26, which was expected to arrive in Spain at 4:53 p.m. local time. Aston Martin would hit the track for the first time on Thursday. Now, some of you might be fond of the flight radar, where you could track flights across the globe. Aston Martin's flight supposedly became the most followed flight in the world, which caused to remove the flight's tracking from radar. Major update regarding Michael Schumacher, who is no longer bedbound. After 12 years of his skiing incident, this is the biggest recovery he has made, although the 7-times champion cannot walk yet, but can now sit comfortably. After Horner got fired from Red Bull, Christian tried to own a stake at Alpine, and was even reported contacting the French team with his financial executives multiple times, but the details aren't completely known to public. But Horner was spotted meeting the FIA boss. Now this could be a potential sign of Horner bringing a 12th team on grid. Day 4 of the preseason testing brings yet another interesting stories, starting with Max Verstappen. While others are busy in testing, Max was casually streaming online, playing FC26. The morning session kicked off with Antonelli on the top spot, followed by Piastri, Hamilton, Lawson, and Perez. The second session for the day cleared a lot of things about the season's prediction. Aston Martin started their first day of testing today, that is day 4. Stroll was the first one to head out. According to technical gurus, Aston Martin is following a similar suspension setup to that of McLaren, but slightly more complex. But with only 5 laps in their pocket, the car came to a halt. Mercedes, on the other hand, broke the record all of 4 days, with Russell putting a lap time under 1 minute 17 seconds. McLaren didn't have a run for the entire afternoon session, as they faced fuel system issues, although they are expected to run back tomorrow. Timings at the end of day 4 are Russell with record-breaking 1:16.4, followed by Antonelli, Leclerc, Piastri, Lindblad, Hamilton, Lawson, Perez, and Stroll. Total number of laps completed by every teams are: Mercedes completed 500, which is the highest, followed by Racing Bulls, Ferrari, Haas, Red Bull, Alpine, McLaren, Cadillac, Audi, and Aston Martin. If we put that in terms of engine manufacturers, then Mercedes completed 805 laps, Ferrari 597, Red Bull Ford 459, Audi 95, and Honda only 5. Reliability-oriented standings are as follows: Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Audi, and Honda. Remember, these standings are only applicable up to day 4 of the testing. Results might change as we advance into the season.